Hello everyone and welcome to InfoComm Day 2. I'm so excited to be here with all of you, live and in person. During the pandemic, I had this bright idea that I'd get braces. I figured it was a perfect time to hide my smile, now that we're all wearing face masks. But little did I know that I would be on camera more than I have ever been in my whole entire life, as I'm currently being live streamed and recorded for all of you at home. Hello. My day-to-day consists of many product demonstrations. So as I've learned to embrace my new metallic smile, I have also learned to embrace new ways of working remotely. I have been using our AI technology with the help of our Edge Analytics Appliance to elevate those 500 plus presentations over the past 2 years. And when the globe went into lockdown and the need for hybrid spaces skyrocketed, I want to share all that I have learned with using our product. One of the biggest problems that I encountered being alone in my home office is camera operation. A lot of the times you're stuck in a static image. And being at home from your home office, you don't have someone to camera control for you. Even in education, with all of the COVID restrictions, a lot of the times you didn't have someone in the room that could be with you to operate that camera. Our solution? PTZ auto tracking. So you'll see here in my home office, we're using our Edge Analytics Appliance to track the presenter at front of room. It starts with face detection, size, shape, and color pattern recognition. Because of those 4 detection areas, you'll see that even with the use of a face mask, or if you face your back towards the camera, it will continuously track you in real time. One of the key factors here that we wanted to accomplish is that it would be completely automatic. We all know the struggle of connecting to video conferencing and having to connect our USB camera, unmute our microphone, or perhaps just trying to figure out how to share your screen to the far side. So we didn't want camera operation to ever be a worry within that space. So because it runs automatically, there's reduced troubleshooting and fewer points of failure. The key point here is we want the end user to be engaged. How much does a difference does it make when you can present and freely walk around the room and engage with your audience while being fully visible to those users joining us in on the far end? Every time I demo this, a common ask is, well, that's not really fair, right? I show a video from my home office, it's only one person. I don't have anyone interrupting that field of view. Does it truly just track one person at a time? So I did want to show you another video of where we have multiple people. This is another solution called face identification. We have the ability to have a database of 100 people. And with that database, we can set up our priority. So we'll start off with our model here. Her name is Lucy. She has set up at priority 1. And at front of room, she is freely able to walk about the room. And if other people come into her field of view, it doesn't matter because she is first priority. It will continuously track her. The key thing here is if someone did have priority over Lucy, our technology is smart enough to switch over to the person with the highest priority. This solution is a bit different with PTZ auto tracking because now we're capturing the face of someone. So if you do have any security concerns, I would recommend PTZ auto tracking because it does not capture any data. Again, it's completely automatic. So you have 2 ways and 2 workflows that you can engage auto tracking. A lot of the times in these hybrid environments, we have audience members like all of you. What happens when you want to engage with that audience? How do we capture all of you for the far end? Say, for example, you'd like to ask me a question. When you speak, how does that transmit to the far end? This is where our new close-up by gesture technology comes into play. The camera is smart enough to know who physically stands up, and it will do a close-up shot of that person. So based on the camera's 4K image, we'll take an HD cutout and do that auto zoom, and it will zoom back out as you sit down. It's also smart enough to know when you physically sit down. So a lot of the times we talk about tracking, and products in the market have so many issues. A lot of the feedback is we have to hold an IR sensor, a remote. Maybe that remote needs to be charged, or sometimes these things get lost. So again, the key concept here is that it's going to be an automatic, hands-free, hassle-free workflow. Now, I know I spoke a lot about camera tracking, but our product, again, has 5 different solutions built into one. So let's pivot to a new solution. Imagine you are joining a class remotely, and the teacher is using a whiteboard or a blackboard, and you're analyzing some type of math problem. But when you join in, it's hard to view the display or the board at that angle. Maybe you're experiencing some glare, maybe it's really hard to read, or it's blurry. Our solution is handwriting extraction. So what we can do is basically take any size board, whether it's a whiteboard or a blackboard, and analyze the data. Once the data is analyzed, it will overlay in front of you in real time. So the key point here is that for the far end, it's a better viewing experience. The colors are brightened, and it doesn't really matter if you see glare on the board or if your camera is at an angle. Our Edge Analytics Appliance can handle any curveballs you throw at it. So I really wanted to be transparent and show you this video from my home office, where all of the odds are stacked against me, like the glare on my board. But I would be remiss if I did not share a more common application for conference rooms or in education. So this scenario, what we'll see here is a more typical size board, something that does not follow a 16:9 aspect ratio. So we'll see here, it all starts with our web UI, easily accessible from any web browser. We're going to split up the board into 3 different sections. That way it's easily viewable in that 16:9 aspect ratio for the far end. And as the presenter walks around the room in front of the board, it is smart enough to switch the region for the far end so that it's always visible. And again, making this an automated process for the presenter. I ask educators, how do you attract students to your online program? How do you differentiate yourself from the rest? 9 out of 10, the answer is providing new and latest technology. And I really think our appliance brings that to the forefront. So, I do want to show you our latest solution that will help you achieve these goals of innovation and creativity. Our new solution is called Chroma Keyless CG Overlay. I did this in my home office, and honestly, it's been my favorite solution thus far. Really elevated my presentations. In my everyday today, I have to figure out new ways to make my product demonstrations engaging, especially when most of my end users were so used to me being there in person and showing how a product worked in real time. With this new development, we're able to create your own mini broadcast studio from anywhere and everywhere. So I just want to show you a quick clip of my living room and show you what's going on. This is the before. So I just have a standard fold-out table. I have a microphone and a camera on a tripod, and of course, the use of our Edge Analytics appliance. Nothing fancy, just a white wall. And then I want to show you what we were able to achieve as the end result. Now, I'm no green screen or broadcast expert, but I think that the results speak for themselves. The original layout, that white fold-out table was replaced by a virtual desk. We're able to overlay our PowerPoint presentation and include video in real time. We all know the struggle when we try to share a video to the far end. For those joining remotely, you're going to experience that slow frame rate, some jitter. When you use the Chroma keyless CG overlay solution, you're going to see that in full resolution in real time with the best frame rate. In the past, this solution would have required a large investment, a high-end camera, skilled staff, a dedicated space with a green screen. With this product, you can take any space and elevate that presentation, making it more professional and engaging. So now with the help of AI, we built Edge Analytics Appliance to, again, create automatic, hassle-free video content in real time. So I wanted to show you a couple of different scenarios. Any adjustment to the background is really easy. Again, user-friendly. You do not have to have any broadcast experience. Everything is a simple file upload or a drag and drop. Or you can recall presets to make it even easier to use in your environment. Really, the possibilities are endless. It really just depends on your imagination. So I want to ask you, what presentation was better? The before shot from my living room where it's just a static image, or this immersive experience? I think we can all agree that content is king. And let me tell you, the feedback has been so positive. Like, we're all on video conferencing overload, but when a presentation is engaging, it's really what matters. People have now realized how much thought I've been putting into these presentations, and it adds value while delivering a clear message. That's the goal here, creating a lasting impression that will resonate with your listener. So I want to share my best kept secret with you. Would you believe me if all of these solutions were found on a single appliance box? It is. It's called our Edge Analytics Appliance. The great part about this is, really, at Sony, we believe seeing is believing. So I invite all of you to head over to our booth and experience all of these solutions firsthand. I look forward to having discussions with all of you, and we will continue to improve these solutions based on all of your feedback. Thank you all so much for your time. Okay. Do you want me to? Okay. So we have a couple of questions from the audience. The first question is, what do you pair with this solution? What kind of camera do you specifically need? Well, it depends on the solution. Again, we presented 5 different camera solutions. So the only one that requires a specific camera is our PTZ auto tracking solution. We have a compatibility list for this, so any Sony camera that is current on our lineup will be compatible with the use of our Edge Analytics Appliance. Every other software solution you saw on stage here today will be compatible with any HDMI camera. I would recommend at least 4K resolution. Check and see if we have any more questions. We're good? All right, thank you.